I'm Bella, the Maker Mama boss lady behind Fiber and Fox, and today we are on the I-91 2021 Shop Hop Trail. If you haven't caught the previous videos, I'm basically going along. There's a yard crawl type shop hop thing that happens in my area every year, and a couple podcasters have gone ahead of the trail and kind of done a little preview tour for you. So if you're in the area, August 10th through 21st in the Connecticut to Vermont range, you can check out these shops yourself or follow along with the vlogs. Today, I'll be honest with you, this isn't my driveway. I normally film these previews in my driveway, but the neighbors are mowing their lawn. So I am already in Glastonbury, Connecticut at Village Wool. But I'm going to Village Wool today in Glastonbury, Connecticut. It's actually the shop that's closest to me out of all of them, and they were actually running while I was here. When you're here, it's going to be over, sorry. But when I was here, they were running their twice annual, it's like a bag sale, fill a bag and get a discount, and then they have like extra clearance on top. So good time to be here. So I got some goodies. I'll show you at the end. I'm filming at the end of having gone in. The other ones I do beforehand, but whatever, I won't lie to you. But yeah, let me take you inside and do a little interview with you, a little tour, and show you Village Wool. All right, today I am here at Village Wool with
Marion Carling.
And you're the owner? Or?
I am the owner.
Okay, and can you tell me a little bit about the shop, the history, and whatnot?
Okay, so the shop has been here probably about 35 years.
Oh, wow.
The former owner, I was a customer of hers, and she unfortunately passed away very suddenly, and her husband wanted to sell the business if he could, and I decided that it's something I would want to give a try to. Mm-hmm. So when my only child and my first child was 3 months old.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a big transition.
I bought this shop, and he grew up here till he was 2.5 and went to daycare, preschool. And that's why right now is our 20th anniversary sale, because he's now 20.
Oh, wow. So you've been the owner for 20 years.
I've been the owner for 20 years.
Wow, congrats.
And, yeah, so, and it's always been a shop. I mean, the former owner, she really liked the hand-dyed stuff, and I've kept on with that kind of a thing. But I'm also really into fair trade, organic, things that are good for the planet. I try not to buy fiber that exploits any animal or human being in any way. So that's basically and still good, good quality, though I do think I have things at almost all price points.
Yeah, you have a good selection in here, a good range of stuff.
Yeah, so that's and I love to teach knitting, I love to get new people started. I'm a fiber-holic, so I have way too much yarn for this small space.
It is a smaller building, but you have a lot of storage and you make use of it.
So we've crammed every corner, stuffed full of yarn.
Yeah, we'll do a little walk around tour and get you a good look at all of it. Well, usually my next question is there anything that you specialize in? But you were saying you carry the organic and whatnot. Is there anything that's exclusive or local to you, or?
There used to be, not so much anymore. Just because that supplier stopped supplying yarn. There was a local Angora goat farm which gave me mohair, and then there was a local sheep farm that gave us some natural wool, but that hasn't gone. So one thing that I think that's more or less exclusive to me, though I don't have a lot of stock right now, is a Maine farm called Sea Colors Yarnery.
Oh, okay.
And she has her own flock of sheep. She's somebody I met when I first bought the store. And she has her own flock of sheep and has developed the wool to her liking over several years. Wow. And on top of that, she developed a method of basically, it's like sun tea. She dyes the yarn. It's all kettle dyed. It's dyed in seawater. That's the mordant.
Oh, wow.
And it's dyed in the sun. And so she has, the skeins are generous, almost 300 yards for about $30 to $35. And I do carry a selection of her colors. And I can always carry more if you want. So she and I have a kind of a relationship. Every once in a while she comes and does a trunk show or a workship or something like that.
I'd like to come to one of those.
Yeah. She actually has a crocheting workshop that she does with that we did one several years ago, and then we were going to carry on, and then life got in the way, and then COVID got in the way, so I don't know where we are with that, but it was a really interesting Tunisian crocheting thing.
That's one thing I don't know how to do. Right. I don't know how to Tunisian.
So if these people come back, I will let you know.
That would be fantastic.
So, yeah.
As far as other staff and whatnot, is it just you here, or are there other members?
I have a full-time staff whose name is Marion, and she sits in the window and
I'm
helps
sure we'll
people,
get her a little
right?
bit in the video.
And then I have 2 part-time people who are another Marion and Sandy. So yes, we had a very limited stock of names somehow.
Yeah, apparently. And then there's Sandy.
Right, and then there's Sandy. And actually we used to have 2 Sandys, but there we go.
That's crazy.
So yes, and I because of COVID and a bunch of other health challenges, I've more or less taken to coming in the afternoons. I'm not here in the morning so much, but that can change depending on what people want. But
it's nice that you have a reliable team though that you can trust stuff with.
So that's, and we used to do an evening class on Thursday night. We are going to resurrect that as soon as it seems safe to do so. We were almost at that point, and now things are kind of going in the wrong direction again. So
it's a roller coaster.
Right, but we do have the wonderful air filter, which cleans the air really, really well, and I would not have reopened without that. So if people want to feel assured that
there's a good air filter.
There's a really good air filter, and it runs all the time, and it has been proven to capture even the smallest germs. So it does filter out the COVID. And if people want help, basically they're always willing to drop in, and if we're not swamped, we help people,
That's fantastic.
So, yeah, and people are welcome to come and sit and knit. So.
Do you do anything community-wise, like knit-alongs or anything?
I don't know. I've never really been able to get my regular customer base into a group project like that.
It's a lot of commitment.
So we haven't really. There have been times when we've done some charity knitting. We actually are going to be a drop-off place for a shawl, kind of, it's not exactly a ministry because I don't think it's religious, but it's a shawl donation program for people with Alzheimer's. So that's coming up. So we are going to be one of the drop-off points for people who are doing that. We do donate yarn to various charitable things when we have it to donate. So
it's fantastic. For the shop hop itself, are you highlighting anything in particular, or patterns or anything?
I don't know. This was a fairly loosey-goosey
That is what everyone has said. I keep asking the question.
Right, I know. And, and some people I think are doing a pattern. I actually, so far, haven't really come up with one, but between now and then, I might yet do that. So who knows,
It's been a weird year.
Well, it has been, and we're all a little overwhelmed, but we decided it would be fun to try to have the shop hop, but we're having it in a less competitive and more relaxed way.
Yeah, I like the spread out over a longer time. Is nice.
So people have time to do it. They don't feel like they're going to be trapped in a store with a lot of other people, and and it just is going to be a little bit less of a, how shall I say it, less intense than it has been in the past. I think that's a good word for it. And so that's fine. Yeah. That's great. And that's basically all I think I have to say about
Okay, I have a couple more questions and then we're almost done.
Okay.
Obviously you're a knitter, we were talking off camera, but do you crochet or spin or weave or anything else as well?
I crochet. I taught myself to crochet. I was not able to teach myself to knit. So I taught myself to crochet when I was 12.
Okay, so you crocheted first?
So I crocheted first. And then I was in despair because I didn't know how to knit. And I spent a year studying in Wales surrounded by sheep. And I thought, if I can't learn to knit here, where else?
Where else?
And it turned out my landlady was a fantastic knitter. She knit, all those 80s K facet intarsia sweaters and Fair Isle stranded knitting. She was just fantastic. So she taught me to knit, and I became instantly obsessed. and came back from Wales. I sent all my clothes home in boxes and packed my suitcases with yarn.
I do that too, yeah. It's a good plan.
So that was my year abroad. I have tried to learn to spin. I really want to learn to spin, but I haven't given myself enough time to practice. So I'm not good at it. So, and my son is the weaver.
Oh, really?
So I may learn to do that as well. But he got into weaving sort of sideways. He got into timber framed looms, and then somebody taught him how to weave on them.
So he was building the looms?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Well,
That's
he was
really
restoring these colonial looms.
Oh, wow. That sounds very tedious.
No, he's into woodworking. That's his crafty thing, and timber framing, and he's into, first period or colonial era woodworking. So got into it through looms, and he is now doing a loom survey of Connecticut. So if anybody has an old loom in their barn, let me know.
You're holding out your old looms.
He will come and survey it.
We'll survey it for you.
And put it together if you want me.
Wow, that's probably a service that's hard to find.
Yeah.
So good to know. The other staff and your customers, are they mostly knitters, or do they
mostly
do a bit of everything?
knitters, but in more recent months and years, more people who are exclusively crocheters.
Oh, wow.
Everybody here crochets a little bit. Not all of us crochet to the extent that we can help other people with it. And I have to say that of all of us, I am the one that is the one that is chosen to interpret directions when they are confusing. I am very good at figuring out crochet instructions.
That's good. Good skill to have.
So there we go. That's my two claims to fame is I can fix your brioche without you having to take out several thousand rows, and I can
that's a skill too.
I can interpret your crochet instructions.
And her son will fix your looms.
Yeah, and my son will fix your looms. So.
Got all sorts of good services going. Fantastic. Is there anything on your needles right now? Special project or anything? Or?
Oh, I have a bunch of summer t-shirts, but I'm one of these people, since I'm surrounded by yarn, that unfortunately every time something new comes in the shop, I think, oh, I have to try that. So I rarely finish things. I have several hundred projects.
100? Wow.
I'm very bad.
Do you make all the samples for the shop? Or
No, it's a lot of, Sandy makes a lot of them. A lot of them are given by the yarn companies. If you often if you buy the whole line, they'll give you a sample. But I do make, everything that I make, as I say, is in my size, but it is a sample for the shop. So I have made some, especially over COVID, I did get some things completed.
That's how I design too. Like, I'm going to design it, but it's for me.
Right. Right. It's a sample for the shop until the yarn is discontinued, and then it comes home.
That's a good way to go about it. Right. Is there anything else you want to share about the shop before we do a little walk around? Or
I can't think of anything, actually. I think everybody should know pretty much what they need to know about it. Well, I will just say we really, really, really try to be friendly and helpful. That is something that I value very much, in a place where people feel comfortable coming and asking questions. I really don't care if you brought your yarn here, if you have a problem, or,
that's really nice.
That kind of thing. So, not to say that we're better than anybody else, but we do try to be friendly and helpful. So.
It's always good.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're going to go do a little walk around. Thanks for sitting down with me.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming and interviewing me.
All right. Let's go have a tour.
So up top here, we try to feature certain things. So whatever new for the season, or like I have a little section for Erica Knight's wool. Over here on the other side, I'll have a little section for Di Gilpin's wool, because that's another thing I really like is small independent wool designers, producers. So the upper section of the store is, as I said, sort of a lot of hand-dyed stuff, a lot of things we're trying to feature, and so this moves around a little bit more than the back section. So we've got earth, we've got Wonderlands, we've got in terms of the hand dyes, some Zen, some Great Adirondack, all that good stuff. And then we have lots of cottons and summer yarns up here as well, because it's summertime.
Okay.
This is the wool attic section. So the Lang Wool Attics, which is its own little mini line from Lang. This is part of the Shibui section. And then this is the rest of the Shibui section. And then over here is more seasonal stuff. What came in for spring and summer, mostly. And then in this section, there's more like mohairs. And a lot of rowing up here. So, and then all the buttons are up on either side.
Nice button selection.
Yes, we are very into buttons, which is good even if you don't have a cardigan that you want to put the buttons on. Yeah. Oh, and this is the Dye Gilpin, which is another small independent English yarn producer. It's very lovely stuff.
It's lovely.
And then down here is the clearance section, which we are famous for because our clearance is usually 70% off.
Oh, wow.
And when we're having our sale, it's 75% off. And it's on both sides of the stairs.
We didn't talk about the sale. I know it's going on now, probably over by the shop hop, but you do it twice a year?
I do it twice a year when there's no COVID, yes.
Yes. In normal years.
And it will be over by the shop hop because we're not allowed to have a major store-wide sale during shop hop.
Makes sense.
The clearance section will still be available.
But the sale's usually July and...
It's usually July and January.
Okay.
The end of... After the 4th of July and sometime before the end of January.
Okay.
For 2 weeks. This is our machine washable section, generally. And it goes from the finest to the heaviest down there. The back wall is mostly cottons and linens. This area is mostly sock yarns. This area is more... miscellaneous stuff again. This area is mostly Noro. We tend to have a lot of Noro.
Lots of Noro.
And into Noro. And then starting here and going around that way, from finest to heaviest is mostly, again, non-machine washable stuff, though there is some machine washable stuff mixed in. And then the sea colors that I was telling you about is you just walked under it, actually. So.
Oh, they're above me.
Yes, there they are.
Okay. Very cool.
So, that is basically the layout of the store. And you can walk around.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
that gave you a good little taste of Village Wool. I did get some clearance things. Every shop I'm like, I'm not going to get too much stuff, and then I get too much stuff. I try to be kind of a minimal stash type person, but yeah, the shop hop thing has really set that off. Oh, that's the shop employee just walked by. Oh, I think she's parked next to me. I'm just sitting here talking about yarn in my car. It's fine, she won't mind. But I did get some things that they had in their clearance section. I tried to pick out the ones that were... I'll let her leave before I keep talking to you. Hang on. Okay. So I got this stack of, no surprise, it's mustard yellow, and I'm really feeling the linen right now. In case you're wondering what I'm wearing today, this is the Beachcomber tee by Tiff Nealon, who is a Connecticut designer. And it's actually in a Connecticut dyer's yarn as well. This is, I don't think she has this base anymore, but Sassy Black Yarns. This was a linen cotton that she had early on, but I think she's mostly wools now. Anyhow, I got some more cottony, linen-y, blendy things. Because I'm feeling, it's the end of summer, but I'll wear these next summer. It's not the end of summer. It's the middle of July. Whatever. But yeah, I'm feeling the cotton tee vibes because I don't have a lot, crochet or knit, in my summer wardrobe, I've found as I've been trying to pick out outfits to do these videos in July. But this is, oh boy, I'm not sure. I think it's Lana Grossa. Yeah, Lana Grossa, and then maybe the line is Colino, whatever that is. Although the line is Lina Pura. I'm not sure which one is the brand and the line, and it's put out by Lana Grossa. But it's made in Italy, and it is 15% viscose, 15% polyester, 25% linen, and 45% cotton. Wow, I just suddenly couldn't read numbers there. I have a feeling these are going to want to snaggle horribly, and I need to cake them immediately because they want to be, these donut, or whatever this is called, shape, always get really snaggled. But it's a really interesting, I think it's just four separate plies of those ingredients, if you will, those fiber contents. So I'm going to make some sort of summery tea situation with this bluey teal. And there's other things in my wardrobe that would definitely match as layering pieces for the rest of the year. And then also, and these are all 75% off, so they were originally 12, and that makes them, 3 something? I got all the yarn for 24, less than 25? They handwrite their receipts. They must be good at math. $24.19 for 6 balls of that, and then a skein or a donut of Cessia brands. These are all, a lot of the clearance ones are discontinued stuff, so I'm not sure. Also made in Italy, Cessia Imperial, 50% virgin wool, 30% silk, and 20% cashmere. So this is really nice. It's kind of got a mohair kind of feel to it, but it's softer. And it's a 50-gram ball. I'm not sure what the yardage or the meterage. 300 yards. So yeah, I can probably throw this into some other shawl or something. I obviously have other yellow yarn at home that I can incorporate this into because yellow yarn is my life, everyone. So that is Village Wool. I hope you enjoyed that little tour, and make sure you catch the other Shop Hop videos as well. We're going to all sorts of places over Connecticut, heading up to Massachusetts, hitting 2 stores in Vermont as well. So I hope that you will join me either virtually or come and check out the shops in person. Would be fantastic if you happen to be coming and want to name drop that Bella sent you. Feel free. Thank you for being part of this, and go give those shops some love. I will catch you guys soon in the next one. Bye.